580 Orlando, a Cox Media Group station.
Sports Center.
I'm John Brickley. After sweeping the Raptors, LeBron James and the Cavs are sitting back, resting up, awaiting to see who their opponent will be in the Eastern Conference Finals. The Celtics owning a stranglehold on the Sixers, looking for the closeout victory in Game 5 tonight in Boston. For the C's, Jason Tatum has been the X factor, scoring at least 20 points in 6 straight games. His trip just moments away from Boston. Paul George also underwent surgery on his left knee and is expected to be out 6 to 8 weeks before returning to normal offseason activities. In baseball, Red Sox and Yankees taking center stage in the Bronx tonight on ESPN. Mitch Moreland with a 2-run shot off Masahiro Tanaka. 2-1 Red Sox with the lead. Top half of the 3rd inning with the winner tonight holding sole possession of the AL East. Only the Mets, yes, only the Mets would bat out of order in the 1st inning against the Reds. Cincy winning it on a walk-off home run in the 10th. Mickey Callaway, rough day at the office?
Yeah, you know what? It was just an administrative thing that I didn't take care of. I got to double check, triple check, and quadruple check, what's put on there and what's put on the board.
Meanwhile, Garrett Cole, brilliant again for the Astros. 6 innings, 1 run, striking out 9 in Houston's 4-1 win against the A's. Nomar Mazara with 7 home runs now in May. That is tied with the Nationals' Matt Adams, including the walk-off home run in the Rangers' 5-4 win against the Tigers. In golf, coverage starting Thursday morning of the Players' Championship on ESPN+, 7:30 a.m. Eastern. Among the notable groups on hand, Rory McIlroy, Justin Thomas, and Jordan Spieth at 8:27.
The Arizona Diamondbacks, the Washington Nationals, and they go head-to-head in Phoenix this weekend. Saturday at 3:30 Eastern and Sunday at 7 Eastern on ESPN Radio. Presented by Barbasol Razors and Wendy's.
Austin 316 says I just whipped your...
Give me a hell yeah!
Hard-hitting.
What?
Compelling interviews.
What?
Spot-on predictions.
What?
Statistical analysis.
What? Huh? What?
Okay, so they're none of that.
Yes, man!
But definitely laying the audio smackdown. It's Wrestling Wednesday on the Kevin Sutton Show.
Oh, yes, yes, yes. You hear Daniel Bryan. That is correct. It is Wrestling Wednesday on the Kevin Sutton Show. Welcome, everybody. Welcome. This is my favorite day of the week. And guess what? I'm holding it down right now. But anyway, guys, you can catch the Kevin Sutton Show Monday through Friday, 8 to 9 p.m. on ESPN 580 Orlando or 24/7 at thekevinsuttonshow.com. You can download the podcast on iTunes, Stitcher, TuneIn Radio, Google Play Music, soon to be Spotify. Did I say YouTube? Yes, I did say YouTube. We podcast all the episodes. Just make sure you leave us a rating, a review, and definitely don't forget to subscribe. Keep our perfect record alive. We like to have 5 stars because that makes us. I don't know what it actually does, but apparently it's a good thing on iTunes when people rate you 5 stars. So keep on doing that. Keep on doing that. And like I said, today is Wrestling Wednesday, folks. But before that, Nick, please hit my music if you can. Okay. Today is Wednesday, baby. And my words of wisdom for you all are that no one has ever felt real pain like stepping on a Lego. True. I stepped on one today, and it hurts so bad. But ladies and gentlemen, the guy I got in the studio, he's been running the show today. Live, local, loud. I got Nick. Just Nick. What's going on, man?
Not much. How you doing?
Are you okay?
I'm good.
You sure you're good?
I'm good, yeah.
Okay.
I listen, I mean, people always say, oh, it's in two hours by yourself. I like talking to me.
I was going to ask you that. Do you like kind of the solo?
Listen, like, I love doing the show with Jerry, and I always,
Is there a butt coming?
No.
Okay.
I do the Monday show with Chris Crawford. I love doing the show with Jerry. I like every so often, though, it's cool to just kind of hang out and talk to yourself, I guess. Maybe that's a weird thing about me.
Well, let me apologize. It is Wednesday, so you know it's Wrestling Wednesday.
Yeah, I know. But I realize, you realize, but I don't... That chair's empty.
Hey, As long as I'm here, it's good.
I got some words of wisdom for you. Show up for your show.
Kevin is right there. He's right there behind you. But look, man, today is going to be a very special Wrestling Wednesday today because
It's not going to be about wrestling?
No, it'll be about wrestling, but I have some issues with the current product with WWE. And
did you find out it's not real?
It's what? No. It's just that I've supported this person for so many years, and now that my support is not there anymore. But before we do that, I got to give a shout out. We got Rich Rogers here in the studio as well.
What's up, Phil?
What's going on, Rich Rogers?
Nothing much. I just let the legend into our room here. Went out and let him in the door because he forgot his pass. But anyway, Kevin Sutton's in the building, so he's going to be on the mic in a minute. And Phil, you did a great job opening the show. So.
Well, I always do.
Looking forward to Wrestling Wednesday. It's always a great show.
Duh.
The best day of the week.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know. Maybe not the best, but it's there. It's all right. It's a part of the week. So we'll just deal with it.
Wednesday's third best day of the week, right?
I'm on Nick's side today.
What are the best days of the week?
Don't be mad at me, man.
College football Saturday. That's the best day of the week.
I'll take that.
Weekdays. Yeah,
I'll take that. College football.
Friday's the best weekday, right?
Yeah.
Is it Friday?
We got a lot of situations.
Unless you're working Friday and you have to work Saturday.
We'll have a couple of good things happening this season for my cousin with North Carolina. So hopefully we'll see some stuff popping this year, man. Man, get drafted and like barely get any play time is the worst thing in the world. It's like the worst thing could ever happen to you.
No.
It's not. No, it's not.
No. There's a lot worse.
Free college. He's been crying like
worse.
a little baby. Like, I want to play. Well, luckily, some of the guys that were first string got drafted to the NFL this year. So,
Kevin, let me ask you a question. You just turned 40.
Oh,
just
Lord.
turned 40, and now I see your gray hair. Where the hell did that come from?
It just popped
I
up.
literally I've known you for going on 4 years now. I've
just
not
popped
seen
up.
a single gray hair on your head, and you haven't been 40 more than 2 weeks, and you got like 7.
I think it was like the floodgate. It was like 40. Boom.
You just woke up
like, oh my goodness, I'm Moses. It's crazy. Like literally, it's been like the last month and a half. They've just been popping up everywhere.
How you feeling now? Now that you crack 40, do your bones hurt more?
No.
Do like are you upset when Faith turns the air conditioning down?
Oh my goodness, it's not that bad.
No?
But due to like being in construction since I was little, my body was already beat up, and then the competing wakeboarding for over 10 years. On top of that, my body was already bad. So.
What was your worst injury in that?
Oh, worst injury? I would say when I broke my arm in 3 places. That was the worst. Now, I was with a friend. We were riding on the rails doing wakeboarding, and he actually missed the rail, and it actually broke his leg complete in half.
Yeah, that's gnarly.
So, like, it was like dangling in the skin?
No, like I literally had to hold his leg together, and his leg was still in the boot for the bindings, and then his other part of his leg was like just dangling there, and I had to hold it together till the ambulance got there to do their stuff. But I'm like, we're in the water. There's blood all over the place. There's no sharks in the lake, but I was worried about some alligators. So I seen a really bad injury. That's bad.
Sharks.
That was bad.
Blood and water sharks.
Yeah,
That's
but alligators maybe they just come around because we in the water.
Yeah.
Like he in the water and he can't run. So that was a bad injury that I got to see in person. I seen a couple other concussions and stuff like that, but my concussions were nothing where I like went to the hospital because I was an idiot. But I should have probably gone. But
you should always go when there's a concussion.
Yeah, I just woke up and was like,
But that's how action sports is. It's like you're a tough guy. You don't want to be weak around your friends, and I'm good.
Like, I'm
don't
good,
worry
man.
about it. What day is it?
Like the kid that jumped off that staircase and snapped his leg in half, and he's just, no, it's cool, dude.
You watch those videos on Facebook?
I love
the fails.
Now, the thing is I love watching those, but because I used to compete the same style of like action sports, I feel for them because it could be potentially everything's done and over with. So I feel bad from one side of it, and then the other side of it, it's a great, hilarious.
There's one on Instagram called Kook Slams. It's pretty funny.
Oh, I gotta check that one out.
really
If
good.
I haven't seen it already, I'm horrible with names. You guys know that, so I'll
Kevin,
check
what's
it
my
out.
name?
Phil, be lucky. Be very lucky. Very lucky, my friend.
Well, today is Wrestling Wednesday, and I do have a confession to make when we come back. I've been following this person for quite a long time, and I have been in support of their career, but not no more.
Not no more?
Not no more.
Oh, my goodness. What did they do? What did they do? Stay tuned. You know what it is. The Kevin Sutton Show. I got my man, Dr. Phil, and my man, Rich Rogers. And, hey, there's famous Nick. He's in the studios with us. Stay there. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We're back in the action. I hope you guys are having a good time. Today in the studios, I got the best with me, man. And it's always comfortable to know that somebody's got your back, no matter what. That's what you got to have. You got to have a team. Because the road was not on my side.
Yeah, there's a sinkhole.
Oh, my goodness.
Over on Colonial.
Colonial. So I'm driving over there to drop one of the guys off, and like they literally redirected us all the way around the world. And I'm like, okay, this is not going to work for me getting over here. So it was really great. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Mm-hmm. But I tell you something, I-4 is definitely not your friend either.
I-4
Stay safe out there.
It's been the worst since they started the I-4 Ultimate stuff.
You gotta love it.
Yeah. Well, okay. It's Wrestling Wednesday.
That's what it is.
How many times I can say that? And
say it again.
And every single time I say it, I have this tremendous amount of joy in my soul, in my body.
You get tickled.
I get tickled like a pickle for a nickel.
Giggity.
Yeah. Anyway. All right. So, Kevin, let me ask you something. Have you ever had a time, Rich, you too, have you ever had a time to where you supported something for so long or supported someone for so long, you defended them every time that someone has talked negatively about them or had negative thoughts about them, you've always defended them to the core? And have you ever just had a point where you just run out of excuses? Has that ever happened to you?
Yeah. Deion Sanders.
Okay.
Deion Sanders.
Yeah,
what did he do?
He's just a crazy dude, man. Like he's like his arrogance was like the best as I was growing up as a kid, and I loved it. And like added that flair to my games when I played, and people were like, stop. And it was a nice arrogance. But then like once he got the reality show, and it was like following the family around, and it was just like more than what he really. I didn't need that side of Deion Sanders.
What about you, Rich?
There's other athletes that I don't mind watching them that way, but it was too much for me.
Anybody come to mind?
Let me think about it. You do yours first, and I'll think about it.
This is going to be a wrestler.
Deion was at school when I was there, though. Yeah. I remember Sammy Smith when we had him. He talked a lot about Deion.
Yeah,
someone that I defended for a long time and just continually disappointed me.
And then you finally
just said,
we're not here to talk about my dating life. I mean, like,
we're talking about athletes.
Oh, athletes. Man, no, 'cause I'm right about everything. So I mean, like,
except your game predictions.
Yeah, except my game predictions are not strong. Listen, I can make the case about Toronto this year. Like, I was all in on Toronto, and
okay, all right, I'll give that.
Thanks, no thanks, Toronto.
Okay, well, the reason why I bring this up is that I have been a fan of Roman Reigns for quite some time since.
I'm a little hurt because I didn't know that's what you were going to say.
Yes, quite some time since his inception in the WWE.
Oh, what are you going to say?
And so, he's been heavily criticized a lot, for his lack of moves, his definite in-ring work, his obvious push that WWE is putting behind him.
Yeah.
And it's just not working, right? And for me, I've always been on his side. I've always given him the benefit of the doubt. I've always said, look, this guy is amazing in the ring. This guy is doing well. Just give it some time. Give it some time. Give it some time. Give it some time. Give it some time.
You do know this is scripted, right?
I do.
Oh, no, I already broke the news to him.
But,
go ahead.
But okay, you can say TV shows are scripted, but if somebody's bad at what
about
they're
being
doing.
an actor. Yeah, I got you.
Yeah, like
do-
Justin Long. Like Justin Long wasn't gonna work, right?
Yeah.
I mean, like we threw him in everything. We put
Yeah.
him in a Die Hard movie next to John McClane.
Yeah.
We still didn't like it.
Wasn't worth it.
Exactly.
Ben
It's-
Affleck, same thing.
And so, my issue with Roman Reigns, I even wrote on our website an article praising him, saying that this guy is the future. This guy's headlined 4 WrestleManias now in a row,
Yeah,
and each of them have been a bust.
that is very true.
Okay, like not even John Cena has headlined 4 in a row. Not even Stone Cold Steve Austin has headlined 4 in a row. Not even The Rock. Not even the immortal Hulk Hogan headlined 4 WrestleManias.
To say The Rock, you already know there's
in
some
a
disparities there. So okay, go ahead. So let's say Hulk Hogan. That's
Not even
Okay.
Not even the guys on the Mount Rushmore of wrestling. Yeah. They have not headlined
that
4
many
WrestleManias
times.
in
So
a row.
what's going on?
Roman Reigns, it is a disappointment.
He's the undercover lover
And-
of
What?
drum roll, please.
Vince McMahon. It's an issue because the WWE has not seen the error of their ways. They're very arrogant. They think that they're right all the time, and they don't acknowledge their faults. So it's not all Roman Reigns' fault because he's the one put on this pedestal, but it is his fault that he's not being able to deliver. Now, you ever just have you ever not sleep? You ever be so sleep deprived you become super creative, Kevin?
Yes. Oh, I love that. This is the best. That's the best moments ever.
I was running on very, very little amount of sleep. And so, Nick, if you want to pull that clip up I made earlier, I made a little video pretty much explaining Roman Reigns' moveset, and we got a little help from our intern, Alice, at the end.
And here comes the big dog! The big dog! The big dog! And here comes the big dog! It's here! A double spear! Strowman's and a Superman punch! Lights out! Spear! And now a Superman punch to Owens! You gotta be kidding me! Spear off the steps! Sami Zayn and a Superman punch to Strowman. Strowman says, let's wait until the Rumble match. But Reigns with a Superman punch. And a spear to Kevin Owens for good measure. And now a Superman punch by Reigns. No. Whoa. Spear in midair. Good grief. By Reigns. In that old familiar sight. Spear cuts Balor in half.
Sniveling little suck-up sellout full of suffering succotash, son. This is my yard now.
Roman Reigns. We used to love you. But now. Please, go away. Sincerely, everyone who watches WWE.
Phil. Yeah, man. The hate is real.
Man,
the hate is real. I'm not knocking the guy's in-ring work because some of his matches are pretty interesting, but damn.
So you're upset at this dude because the writers keep writing the same finishing move in?
No. Well,
is that the feeling you got there? I don't want to roast Phil here.
No, it's fine.
I'm just
he's definitely been getting roasted on this his whole life.
I feel like you're mad because the actor's reading the script in front of him.
And I like I said earlier, it's not all his fault. It's not all his fault. I said it's the WWE's fault as well.
Nick is an idiot. The actor's reading the script in front of him.
No, it's not. It's not executed right. I'm mad at the WWE because they also have these other guys that they know get pushed. Well, they know they should push.
Yeah,
like Rusev. This guy gets chanted all the time. You know how it was with Daniel Bryan. They were literally forced to give this guy the main event. He wasn't on the radar until everyone started chanting yes.
Yeah, that is true.
You know
I do remember the takeover. I watched a couple of those.
And I like Roman Reigns a lot, but it's like, dude, they gave him a shot. It ain't working. Time to move on to somebody else.
Is it that it's not working or they're just not writing it?
Even if the only way they could, in my opinion, the only way they can do it is that they got to turn him into a bad guy, but they're not going to.
Yeah, but I mean, at some point, this is one of those things where you get in depth with Kurt Bauer.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like being a writer for the WWE. At what point do you give up on a character that you're trying to create to be something? At what level do you say we've invested too much?
4 years, WrestleManias in a row?
I'm with you, but when you give the outline of how many people have not been a headline for the events that many times, and I'm talking about the Rock by far the Generation X for sure loved the Rock. There's nobody that you could say in that era did not love the Rock and have nothing to do with wrestling. People loved him as a actor, as a wrestler, as a personality, just out in the world, like normal person out in the world. He is good with people. He was somebody that you could put on a pedestal and run to the top with.
I got a question for Nick if he knows this. What type of a football player was The Rock at University of Miami?
I've read a couple of articles about this because I don't remember. I don't, but I mean the articles I've read about is he was pretty good. He was a backup, and some believe he could have legitimately been an NFL player if he did not go to the University of Miami because he could have had more playing time or something. But he was pretty decent. He was pretty talented from what I understand.
Was he there, the mid-90s, around 95 or so? Or?
I think right around there, late 90s, early 2000s. 94?
Oh, 94.
Okay.
Yeah, because after he got cut, he went to the CFL, and that didn't work out either.
How long was he there?
The CFL? 1 year.
1 year, okay.
Yeah, and then he
had a lot of personal problems at that point in time, right? Wasn't there was a lot of...
His mother tried to commit suicide. There was a lot of issues back in the mid-90s with him.
Speaking of the CFL, I think Johnny Manziel's in the hospital. There's something going every week. There's something now going on with him. So I don't even think he'll make it. I don't know.
I don't know.
That's where I'm at. I just think you at one point you can be upset, but at the other side is there's always that pop in the back of the head, like, big dummy. This is scripted. But. Hold
on a second. Hold on. Why the hell do you guys care that it's scripted? No, really, Nick, that pissed me off a little bit. Because hold on. You guys get mad at TV shows. You guys don't say that same crap every single time you guys watch a TV show.
Like The Walking Dead?
Dude,
I don't get outwardly enraged at an actor like this, man. You're upset about it, but it's just turn it off then.
No, because this is something that I've watched in my life. It's a lifestyle. I'm passionate about it.
There's multiple people. I will say you're not the only one.
Yeah, I'm passionate about it. But the thing that makes me mad is that wrestling is the only thing that people say that crap about. People get mad at TV shows all the damn time.
But when it comes to because the fans want to do the whole "it's real" thing.
Nobody gives a crap that it's real. Nobody knows. Everybody knows that it's not real.
See, I disagree. Some people will be like, "No, it's real, man."
You know what? When we need to see if Krispy Kreme Chris is available. That is a good topic.
Everybody knows that it's not real.
I understand that it's not real, but at the same time, are you mad at your mom that the gifts aren't under the tree and she said Santa Claus did it?
Let me ask Nick something. Hey, Nick, do you remember an interview recently? I think it was Jeff Turner, and they were asking him about different sports, and they're like, is it a sport or is it an athletic event?
Yeah, we did sport or not a sport. Yeah.
That was the one.
Curling.
This is an athletic event.
Not a sport.
Look, but the WWE doesn't. The thing that makes me mad, too, is people say that it's fake. Being fake is advertising that it's something that it's not. They never say that it's a real competition. They never say that. And that's what makes me mad. People get mad at TV shows all the time, but they harp on wrestling.
And Nick throws in the happy music. He should have put some angry music. Because I want to keep him angry. I want him to stay angry because I've never seen Phil angry. This is great. So we're going to do that. Commercial break.
There you go.
Yeah.
Do you still have the hate hard?
It's the hate hard?
The hate hard button.
When we come back, we're going to get into this because Phil's a little upset. And I wonder if the lines, we're going to try to see if we get some people on here real quick. Stay right there. Kevin Sutton Show. Is wrestling worth the anger?
Hashtag hate hard.
I don't even know what to say. I mean, we took the commercial break. Phil's all in my face. He's spinning across the desk. I mean, this is... I'm not trying to say wrestling's not real. I'm just saying that you have to get your head out of your candy and let it go, brother.
Let what go? Let what go, Kevin?
Let it go. There's nothing we can do about it. It's not going to change. Today's show is brought to you by
Cruising Pescara.
Before I have somebody that's actually real get mad at me and try to body slam me when I get home.
Yeah. Hey, you guys need a lawyer? You've been in a car accident, slip and fall, product liability? Call Cruz and Pascara. They're the ones that you need to talk to because they treat you like family. You're not just a client. You are family. I know because I am family. I am a part of their family now. I get invited to their events. They feed me. I love
That's what
that.
they do with the clients. That's what
and,
they do.
And they will help you, man. Seriously, they will help you. They have that personal touch. Just give them a call, 407-841-0200. And when you go, just make sure you tell them Kevin Sutton Show sent you, or just go in there and pop in and say, yeah.
Hey, but you know what? I'm going to give them a call because I got an actual...
We got to have them back in because we got a few situations that I want to throw
I got
in.
a bad one right now. I bought some tires for my van, and they're literally starting to just fall apart, and it hasn't been like past 20,000 miles.
That's product liability.
Yeah. So I got some issues that I got to find out what's going on before I go to the dealership where I bought them from to see what they're going to do. I want to have my P's and Q's all together before I go. I like to do that. When I go to argue, I want to be prepared. Yeah. So we got callers on the line right now.
Before we went to break, we were talking about Roman Reigns.
Yes.
And
you were yelling about Roman.
Yeah. Thank you, Nick. Thank you.
We weren't talking like you were really worked
eyes.
up. No, I see it.
I was mad. I was mad about the hate towards professional wrestling.
Yeah, you've had it with Roman Reigns. Like, stop trying to sell me this dude. Get rid of him. You're out.
Yeah, that I'm upset. And then the conversation kind of switched into what's with the hate towards professional wrestling. So we have a how many people do we have?
We got Dave right now.
Dave?
Yeah, buddy.
Hey, what's going on, man? How you doing?
Good, man. How are you guys doing? Phil, you got to relax a little bit, buddy. All right, you got to relax.
No, man, this is something. This is something that
Phil's done with Dave. All right.
That's why the button to dump Dave is on the other side.
He's like, bleep Dave. Yeah, we're done with Dave.
No, keep him on the line.
No, I'm not. He's not going anywhere.
He's not going nowhere right now.
Keep him on the line. Dave, let me ask you this question: are you a wrestling fan or not?
I'm a diehard, man. Been it since WrestleMania 3. I've been to 7 WrestleManias, over 200 live events. Yes,
whoa!
Don't get diehard.
Okay, so how many of your friends are telling you that you're stupid, you're dumb?
All of them. And
that you watch wrestling. Oh, why do you watch this crap? How do you deal with that garbage to spewed at you? What do you say when someone tells you, "Oh, you know wrestling's fake, right?" What is your reaction to that?
Man, you know, when you're as good-looking and as a positive person as I am, you don't hate up. You never push down, man. You're better than them. Wrestling is gold. It's a soap opera for men. I love it. I've been watching it forever, and I will watch it to my dying day. I got 2 boys, a 5-year-old and a 1-year-old, and they're already hooked. He's a diehard Undertaker fan. I'm doing life good.
The Undertaker will not be around by the time he's like 8.
Kevin, he'll still be wrestling.
We're talking about it.
Now we got Dave mad. Now Dave's mad too. No, Dave, I like what you're saying, and definitely where you come from. You got your outline of where you have been and what you've been involved in, and I can definitely feel the passion for the sport. I will give that. But I definitely say
for the what?
For the sport, wrestling definitely has its moments. And,
the athletic event.
And there's a lot of times where I get hyped up for it. And during the commercial break, I was telling Phil, like, why is it that people get mad about it? Like, yes, it is fake. Okay, I understand that. But at the same time, I think it's funny, and it doesn't transfer over to me. I'm not, like, trying to get my daughter, like, to fall in love with it. And, you know, now I got my son. I'm not, like, trying to worry about it at all. But at the same time, I am kind of diehard. I am diehard for Walking Dead. I have not missed one single show, and I've watched multiple shows more than once. If they did The Walking Dead like they used to do The Jeffersons or the Roseanne, where you could be a part of the live studio audience, I would lose my damn mind. I would be at every now you're gonna tell me that's too much.
No. I'm talking about it's hard to watch that live because it's
I'm just.
Effects.
It's how about the effects of watching NXT? That was like dreadful. Like, okay, break, hold that, break, lights.
Hashtag hate hard.
It was ridiculous. It ruined the moment. I'd rather watch it from TV.
But you see, the thing is too, and Dave, you can chime in on this too. I think
we've lost Dave.
Oh, we did.
Dave's gone.
Yeah,
we got Krispy Kreme. Oh no, Krispy Kreme Chris is on the phone. But continue, Phil.
I was saying, I think that one reason why we complain and still watch is habit and hope.
Habit and hope.
You know?
Krispy Kreme, Chris, habit and hope, where are you at?
Yes, sir.
I think it's more than habit and hope. I think it's the fear of the unknown for some people of why they watch wrestling. They watch it because they want to see larger than life. They want to see superheroes, quote unquote. They want to see the passion that people have. These people who are wrestlers put their lives on the line to make us as fans love them. You know, love them or hate them, John Cena, as we all know, has done so much for Make-A-Wish. And you guys know how I feel about Make-A-Wish with my son.
Definitely.
It's one of those things. You cannot fathom how gut-wrenching, heartful it is to see someone who could be doing anything else, and he takes time for other people. You know, you have athletes that have been around for years. That Michael Jordan, you know, how many Make-A-Wish kids did he go and see? Wayne Gretzky, how many Make-A-Wish kids did he go see? LeBron James, how many Make-A-Wish has he gone and seen? John Cena has exactly. That's my point. John Cena has done over 200 Make-A-Wish.
600.
And he's a wrestler. And people disrespect the sport. But if you disrespect the sport, are you disrespecting John Cena, or are you just disrespecting what he does?
Nick, what is it really? What is it about wrestling that you don't like? I know you don't watch any of it, but what is it?
Is it my turn to get on the couch?
Yeah.
Hold on, let me get on the couch.
Well, no, because I mean, we had two callers who support it, who watch it.
That's good. Like you're into it. I'm just not into it, man. I'm sorry. Like I'm just not into it. Like someone will say to me, "Oh, the NFL. I only watch college." You know, like there are people that are like that. I mean, you're talking about people saying
that's
something.
Another thing.
But you have reason. But you have reasons why you don't like it.
Like here's the thing. I missed the magical age to get into it. I did. Like I missed it. You know, when you're like, I remember going from like second grade, third grade, or so. Yeah, second grade into third grade, I guess, or first grade into second grade.
That's definitely
right.
A
Like,
good
and all of a
avenue.
sudden, like all my buddies had.
The T-shirts. And
yeah, they had the Stone Cold Steve Austin T-shirts and the Rock T-shirts, and they're all doing the eyebrow thing that the Rock used to do, and I could never do it.
I posted my class photos from the 6th grade all the way to my junior year in high school with the people's eyebrow.
Yeah, and I never got into it. Like I completely missed it. It's like a kid who
the
never.
Fact that you kept that consistent.
I know, right? Like that's dedication. I have to say, that is like that's dedication. I give you a ton of credit. I'm just,
oh my goodness,
I just never got into it. Like I deal with it with people who aren't NBA fans. They're like, why do you watch it? The game's fixed. The lottery was fixed, and what was that? The year Ewing got drafted, was it 88 or 80? Whatever it was. Okay, yeah, 80. You know, it was fixed with a frozen envelope, and the refs are on the take, and they'll make sure LeBron gets in. So I deal with it like I'm into basketball. I'm just not into wrestling.
What do you think was the height of wrestling? The 70s when you had like Andre the Giant and all those guys, or the 80s when you had?
I mean, it's different. It's different for me because when I watch it, I'm going to say that's the best time. You know what I'm saying? Because you know the Attitude Era is probably the best part for me. So like 97 to 2004.
I think when they got laptops and they could type out those scripts.
My greatest memories was that they would show Championship Wrestling every Saturday with Gordon Soley.
Mm-hmm.
We would watch American Bandstand would come on, Soul Train would come on after all the old school cartoons all day long.
And the WWF had their cartoon on Saturday mornings.
Hulk Hogan and Friends.
Yeah,
that was later though. I'm talking about 70s. I'm talking about
no. I'm talking about when you went into the 80s and 90s. That was a big thing that they were pushing. So my thing is, Phil, I don't think that it's completely wrong. I see your passion of it, but at the same time, it makes me think like where Nick falls into the, hey, you know what? I only like college football. Mind you, they're still playing the same sport. Mm-hmm. They're still playing on the same field, pretty much the same
activity.
Rules, same activity.
But there's a different stigma though, man.
But no, I know die-hard only watch college football people, and I've never like looked at them strange about it. I just like, okay, well,
the college
like,
it just means more.
That player is gonna eventually go to the NFL. So like, if you're in love with him now, you're not gonna support him once he gets to the next level. I mean, but for WWE, there's no other level. Like, you're just there.
I do have to say it's just really fun to troll all the wrestling fans too with this because you guys get so worked up.
Soccer fans get trolled.
Yeah, soccer fans
yeah,
too.
No doubt about it.
Soccer fans get super.
And you are the worst at that, Rich. I'm pointing the finger at you. How
around.
many times have I seen the meme that Rich posts? It's a soccer player on the ground
Yes.
holding his knee, and then there's a skateboarder beside him with his knee behind his head.
Limping around.
And he's like, I'm okay, bruh. And then the soccer guy's like, call it penalty. Like,
You seen the video of me with that guy with the coffee, and he's like, "Hey, what's up, bro?" And he like falls on the coffee, and the coffee goes everywhere. He takes the skateboard and breaks it in half and just runs away. It's like that's the funniest.
Oh my goodness, you gotta love it.
But I like soccer. I remember going to Rowdy's game back in the old NASL days. Pele and all those guys. So it's just a kind of joking around.
Yeah, there's a line. There's a line, and I think at a certain point you either cross it or you don't, and that is what Nick's point brought the most out of me. There was an era that you could get into it or you just leave it behind. And
I missed it.
I missed right out, and I was there. I loved the cartoons. I loved the involvement, and it was the same thing with Star Wars. I watched one, and I never watched another one again. Stay right there. Kevin Sutton's show is wrestling. Yes, sir. We're back. This is the Kevin Sutton Show. All action, all the time. You can hit up on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube, all under username Kevin Sutton Show. ESPN 580 Orlando. We got nothing but the hits for you, baby. And you can always call in, just like the other guys just did, 844-225-5580. Doesn't have to be now. Doesn't have to be next week. Sometimes you just got to get some stuff off your chest.
Say it with your chest.
Say it.
So, Kevin, we were talking about the stigma that wrestling has past couple of segments, and I've dealt with it my entire life, man. My entire life. Everyone's just like, don't you know it's fake? Why do you watch it? And my response is everything is always the same. What show do you like to watch? And they tell me a show, I'm like, hey, don't you know that it's scripted? I think people think that we think it's real. I think that's one of the issues because they really don't know much about it because they just don't care.
Do you think it's real or no?
No, man.
Okay, I'm just making sure. Just checking one more time.
No, I know the competition is predetermined. But those, for me, knowing quite a few of these people, we had Shane Strickland in here. If you take a look at his bodies, you see the scars on his bodies. This guy has been through some death matches, and yes, they're predetermined, but the stuff that they're doing in the ring, a lot of it cannot be faked. They do practice some of the moves and it's choreographed, all that stuff like that. Yes, I know that. But their injuries are real. I've seen a man snap his leg in half from jumping off the top rope. It happens. I still enjoy it. I will always enjoy it. It's something that takes my mind off of regular life. And I don't know. It's just something that I've always been into. I've watched wrestling since I was 3 years old. Always wanted to be in wrestling. Always wanted to be in radio. And now I get to talk about both of them. And I get to do both. So I'm happy. I always watch wrestling. And, people complain about it. But just because I complain about it doesn't mean I should stop watching. It's something that I've been invested in my entire life. And I don't have to agree with it. Like, just because you argue with your girlfriend, don't just throw her away.
It's a great live event, too. I went in the Leon County Civic Center. I think it was 93. I saw Dusty Rhodes Jr. and I think Ron Simmons were in two different matches. They weren't going against each other, but I had because it was Leon County Civic Center, I had the front row, and it was just great action, and it's great. Like I said, a great athletic event. A lot of great athletes do it,
Yeah,
I just think it comes where is it a sport or is it not a sport? It's not a sport. It's not.
The people that watch it don't care.
Yeah,
they don't care.
The funny transition is Wes Briscoe. I got to meet him.
Yeah.
Used to be a professional wakeboarder, and I know him from wakeboarding. And then he became a professional wrestler. So it was like knowing him personally.
Comes from a wrestling family.
Who's the famous Briscoe? Yeah.
Yeah, but
what was the famous Briscoe named?
Jerry
Briscoe. Yeah, that's right.
And to know him personally, but I did not know that he was the Briscoe family of wrestling. So then once we wound up doing an interview, and I got to realize that he was the same person from that family. It's like, oh crap, like
the lineage,
like, bro. And he's like, yeah, I kind of like went into wakeboarding, like, you know, wrestling really wasn't it for me. Like, this is his whole family, kind of like the Hart family. Like, you don't kind of go away from that, but for this guy to like not see it that way and literally step completely away from it, pursued a wakeboarding career for over like 9 years, and then now that's what he does, is he's back in wrestling, trying to create it all over again. And it's hard. Even having the family in there, he hasn't had the opportunities that are there. And that's where I think a lot of people talk about it's kind of like a mafia. You have to be accepted in.
Blood in, blood out.
Yeah. And even then, when there's blood, you still get kind of pooped on because your family has to be consistent, if that makes any sense.
Yeah.
Kind of jacked up. Oh, we got Krispy Kreme Chris. He was like, he was flustered.
So he hung up?
No, he didn't hang up. He just got up when he got off the phone. That was funny. He got upset. And he was mad. But he actually said John Cena is over 500, and he says he's almost broke the record. He's placed between 500 to 600. Yeah. So there's some that are not still mentioned yet. Yeah. And then Michael Jordan did 200.
We're keeping track of that?
What happened?
Yeah, they keep track of the Make-A Wishes.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. There's a whole listing. I mean,
no, like I understand, but like I mean, we're judging individuals now by how much they give back, not just that they give back, or what?
Because Michael Jordan could have gave a lot of money.
Dude, people,
you know,
Jordan has given to a lot of charitable causes.
He could have gave a lot of money.
LeBron has given to a lot of charitable causes,
like,
too.
Hey, you know, I don't have to go to these things a billion times because I
Colin
just gave
Kaepernick
up.
has given millions of dollars to kids.
Unlike
if you ever follow him on Instagram, he does so much good for kids, but he, you know.
All these guys do. I don't know why when discussing the sport, we're now getting into, well, I mean, the guy in this sport, he gives this much and that guy gives that much. I mean, the fact they give anything back is
because they don't got to.
No, they don't have to. That's what I mean. Like the fact they give anything back is because they don't have to.
Man, that was never my argument.
No, I understand. I'm responding to Chris's argument.
Just talking, and he was, you know, his argument.
I didn't realize we were keeping a tally of
yeah, that was kind of like,
I didn't realize we were tallying up altruism. That's all.
Yeah.
Now I got a question for Phil about current wrestling. I saw something on the TV the other night about Hulk Hogan. He's coming back.
Yeah, is that happening
in capacity?
Oh yeah, he'll be back.
But I mean, he's like coming back real.
I think Hulk Hogan's coming back because they realize that the racism situation was not as detrimental as they thought, because they completely erased him from the whole entire sport, because they're like, Hulk Hogan said the negative word, and now we need to fix everything and erase him out of the WWE and the WWF and out of the Hall of Fame, and then they're like, oh, no one cares, don't worry about it, put him back.
If you ask Hall of Famer Mark Henry, he said that for him to win the acceptance back into the locker room, he'd have to apologize individually to all the black wrestlers. And he said, then it'd be cool.
Then it'd be cool?
Mm-hmm.
Can he make a blanket statement?
Does he go back?
He has to go to individual.
Sorry, brother.
Individual
Sorry, brother.
I guess.
Sorry, brother.
I guess.
Sorry, brother. Like, are they going to have a line of actual brothers?
I guess so. I guess. I don't know. I guess that would work. I would like to see the camera backstage on that one.
The thing is,
that could get dicey.
The thing is, if he goes in the ring, it sort of polices itself, because those guys, if they're mad at him, they're gonna, you know what?
He's not gonna go back in the ring. He's had too many back surgeries.
That was a top 10 comment from Kevin there.
There's not a senior wrestling tour or anything like that.
No. Hogan's he's in his early 60s.
Those are the great moments when you make yourself laugh.
Yeah, that's a really good one. I like that.
Kevin, let's get out of here.
I'm sorry. Oh man, I love you guys. Keep on doing what you do. Share, let people know, like and subscribe on the podcast. It's gonna drop there. You'll get to hear it whenever you want. Do whatever you want. Listen, Podbean, iTunes, Stitcher,
TuneIn Radio,
TuneIn Radio. Google it. You can Google it, baby. Almost Famous, Kevin Sutton Show and the crew. My man, Just Nick, Dr. Phil, Rich Rogers slipping and sliding through, and our girl Meyer with the ladies' point of view out doing her political thing. Meyer for Orange County Commissioner for District 3. Check her out. VoteUribe.com.